Defense. I mean, we didn't play any defense the two games in Phoenix. And tonight, to hold them to 102 on 43 from the field, we shut down the three-point line tonight. That hurt us in Game 4. And because we defended, and because we rebounded, we got 31 fast break points. And that's who we are. And when we're not running and we're not defending, we're going nowhere. And that's what we have to do Game 6 in a couple of nights if we're going to try to close this series out. The defense has to be great. The rebounding has to be on point, and then get out and run and attack before they can get set.
Coach, Book and KD still had nice nights, but not as big as they were in Phoenix. What specifically did y'all do differently, if anything?
We took the challenge. You know, I felt, KCP was the defensive player of the game, and I just felt he set the tone early on tonight. Booker's a hell of a player. You know, he has a respect for everybody in that locker room. But when you're playing against a great player, you got to get under their skin. You got to get into them. You got to make them feel you. And I felt Bruce, KCP, all of our guys did a really good job tonight of just trying to get back to playing like we played in games 1 and 2. And we haven't lost at home yet. And the defense tonight, like it was in game 1 and 2, was outstanding. And that's why we're able to retake control of this series.
That allowed Jamal to, it seemed like he really sort of turned his night around from halftime on. Obviously really good in the third quarter and in that sort of put-away stretch.
You know, last 2 games, Jamal's got 13 assists, 2 turnovers. So I think when everybody in this room and most of our fans think of Jamal, they think of him as a scorer. And he can score. He can score with the best of them. You know, but sometimes the game dictates that you may need to be a playmaker. You may need to find the open man and make somebody else better. And I think he's done a really good job of that these last 2 games. But it's really hard to keep him down. I mean, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Just a really productive night for Jamal Murray. And sorry, go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll
Was
finish later.
full court. I apologize. Was picking Booker up full court. I'm just curious how that decision came to be and if you felt like it had an impact tonight.
Yeah, we, when we have our film sessions, this is not 1980s, like Bob Knight, Indiana, like where it's just like I'm telling our players. It's interactive. It's players taking ownership. What do you see? What can we do better? This is what I see. You're out there. I learned a long time ago from my father. You got to learn from the players as well. They're the ones on the court. They're the ones that feel it. And one of the things that came up in our film session is we're letting Devin Booker just walk the ball up every time, play double drag, get to a spot, and beat us. So, let's be, an irritant. Let's be a team or a player that can just try to make him have to work that much harder by picking him up in the backcourt, by turning him, by frustrating him, maybe. It beats the alternative of letting him come down and just score 37 points on 64 from the field, which is what he was shooting coming into tonight. So when you're playing great players, you have to have great player defense, and he definitely deserves that attention.
Can you speak on Bruce Brown and him stirring the pot and getting in the Suns huddle there?
Well, I thought more than that, that would be just demeaning Bruce's overall impact tonight. I thought Bruce was outstanding, aside from what happened with their impromptu timeout on that sideline. I mean, Bruce Brown in 27 minutes, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 9 of 10 from the foul line, playing downhill, playing to the rim, playing in attack mode. And that's when Bruce is at his best. We met as a staff today, and we were talking about how, we need somebody step up like Lonnie Walker did for the Lakers last night. We need somebody to step up like Landry Shamet did for the Suns in Game 4. And Michael Porter got us going tonight. I thought Michael Porter's first quarter was a huge boost to our team and got us off to a great start. But I felt off the bench, where our bench only gave us 11 points in Game 4, of the Bruce's productivity and aggression and toughness were much needed.
Coach, got the team going with 13 fast break points in that first quarter. Such an important thing at home, taking advantage of the altitude. How much do you think the pace of the game this time around really benefited you guys?
Well, once again, it benefited us because we got stops. We weren't able to generate that pace of play, that transition attack in Phoenix, because we just felt like we were taking the ball out of the net every damn time. And so when you can hold a team to 43 from the field and 33 from the three-point line, there's a lot of misses to be had. And now you can get out and attack and run. But we talked about it when the regular season ended. We talked about it going into Minnesota and into Phoenix, how we are a running team. And when we defend, rebound, and run, that's when we are at our best. And to do it in front of a great crowd, just allows us to kind of turn our team and this arena up a couple of notches. And it was really fun to be in that arena tonight with the home court advantage that we have.
Mike, you mentioned, before, kind of early on in your career here, that you're talking about the crowd. You're looking up before games and kind of wondering where some people are. And now you guys are 6-0 at home, and you mentioned what this crowd does. You guys have an average margin of victory of 14 points in these home games. What is your reflection of just how far along that's come with this arena and what the crowd is like here?
Well, I remember after my first season here, I met with some of the business folks talking about how we can get more people in the building. And, as much as you'd love for people to show up before you win, they were saying, Coach, the people that live in Denver, most of them are not native to this area. It's a transient city, people from all over. So you got to earn their fandom, and you got to build a winner. And, I go back to year 1, year 2, year 3, and then year 4 when we finally broke through, and game 1 against the Spurs. And I get goosebumps every time I think about it because this place was unbelievable. And since that point in time, man, it's only gotten better. So a huge shout out to our fans, because I think they've appreciated the product, the winning, the style of play, who our players are, how we play, an unselfish brand of basketball. And nobody's won more games in the West in the last 5 seasons than us. And the fans have a lot to do with that. So we appreciate that. And we need even more moving forward.
Michael, Nikola passed Will Chamberlain tonight for most triple-doubles by
Again?
center. Yeah, in playoff.
He's making a habit of this. Must be stat padding.
53 points or a triple-double, just how the various ways, the variety of ways he can carve up a defense tonight seemed like you got in a different way.
Well, what you love about Nikola is, I learned back at St. Agnes CYO, the defense tells you what to do. And Nikola never forces anything. I mean, he's a guy that literally will just read the game and take what the game offers. And, in this series, everyone's talking about Devin Booker, rightfully so. The performances he's put on in the first round against the Clippers and against us, they've been, just spectacular. But I think sometimes we maybe take Nikola Jokic for granted, because what he is doing is just incredible. Every single night, as you mentioned, I think now he has, 10 triple-doubles in the playoffs, passing Will Chamberlain, who had 9, 29 points, 12 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal, and he makes everyone around him better. Never gets rattled, cool hand Luke, and, we're just so thankful that, he's a Denver Nugget and have the relationship in the 8 years together that I had with him. It's been a really fun ride with him.
Last one, too.
Close it out.
Thank you. Not only how Joker sees the game, but how he sees life. Before the game, he flips the ball to Ishby and gives him a hug. What's that say about him?
He's trying to get his 25 G's back. He ain't no dummy. No, it's funny because you guys see Nikola, but I've been around him for 8 years in so many different settings. And when he lets his hair down, he's a really funny, goofy guy. And he has a sense of humor. He has a personality. So I think he's just making light of a situation that was way overblown. I think the NBA handled it the right way. And I give their owner, Matt Ishbia, a lot of credit when he came out after the game and said, listen, I don't want anybody to be fined. Let's let the players decide this on the court. So kudos to him for that. That's big time. But, yeah, I think it just speaks to Nikola's personality and being a little bit of a smartass, which I can appreciate. See you, everybody.
explain
can't,
something.
or tell a story or whatever. It's just like, it's like, if Russ Wilson has the look on his face, like you're talking a lot, then that's,
Doesn't stop.
yeah, he has to be like the most enigmatic.
You're trying to get this one.
Yeah, it's just.
I feel like that's just, he has to be like the biggest guy
Yeah.
ever. Somewhere he, like the way he sits, you know?
I mean, maybe he'll be exactly what they need. It can't be much worse, right?
No, I can't be any worse.
So can you imagine?
Yeah, not be a lot, especially if they don't win.
Saturday's gonna be interesting. Watch the whole thing.
Oh, is that
Jamal, whoa, hey. Jamal, what were you guys able to do differently tonight to make things tougher on them and play such good defense?
Let me think. Let's be more physical and try to give them one shot. They're a good offensive team. You can't let them have multiple chances at it. So I thought we did a good job of rebounding together. Everybody pitched in, and just be more physical. The energy is different when we're at home. The pace is a little faster for us. We got to carry that over to Phoenix.
Overall, as a group, tough offensive second quarter, but then you started the third quarter, I think 21-6. What changed or what got you going?
It happens. It happens. You're not going to play perfect or make all the shots all game. So we struggled. I struggled early in the game. I'm not going to force. That's why I have teammates. I have a very unselfish group of guys behind me that are going to lift me up, lift all of us up. Bruce played amazing. KCP knocking down shots, timely shots. Mike got us going to start us the game. Was consistent throughout as usual. So, CB came in and gave us that great energy. So everybody, man, it's a team effort. You're not going to play perfect. You're going to struggle. They're going to go on runs. But I felt like we handled it just like we started the game. We started the half, and that's huge for us.
Jamal, you kind of touched on it there, but
My bad.
you're good. How much easier are those minutes you're playing with the bench when Bruce is in such an attack, kind of downhill mentality?
Honestly, I don't even think of it like bench starters. We're all together. We're all a team. We're all figuring it out together. But Bruce, he's downhill, making shots, putting pressure on the rim, making those floaters. He's a hooper, man. So I give him a lot of credit just picking us up and staying consistent throughout all game, just attacking. He was great, both ends as well.
Jamal, knowing that this is your third game in 5 nights, and that Devin and Kevin have been logging heavy minutes, especially heavy usage as well. Was there a push to try to run a little bit more, to try to make them defend a little bit more, especially with Devin on Michael Porter at the beginning of the game?
We're just focused on us playing the game the right way, being organized. For us, it was mainly defense. We know offensively we're going to create the open shots. We're unselfish. We pass the ball. We don't want to turn it over, but we got to get stops and get back in transition. I think when we're doing that, then the offense is a lot easier to run through. There's not a lot of pressure on the offense. So I thought the defense carried us over. Even when we weren't making shots, we were getting the stops.
Jamal, it seemed like you were really trying to target and attack Shamit at the start of the third, and obviously you had that little moment talking trash, you got teed up. Was that kind of reflective of the overall team energy mindset, you think, in that third? Or were you trying to set the
I'm just
tone?
trying to get myself going sometimes.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know who's here watched me play before. You see me play? All right. So sometimes, I just need a little energy boost to myself, and, once I'm in attack mode, then it kind of changes the game. So, it's nothing personal. I'm just playing the game. He's playing defense. He's trying to pressure me. He's trying to do his job, and I'm trying to do mine as well. So, it's just play out basketball. It's nothing. There's nothing there.
Jamal, you had that post up on campaign. We see you in the post every now and then. How much do you kind of enjoy those opportunities to post up, and how much extra work do you put in behind the scenes, footwork, and just in those scenarios so you can take advantage when that opportunity is there?
I've been doing that my whole life, man. I grew up playing the 5 because I was always taller than everybody. So I played the 5, 4, and then 3 to the 1. So, my footwork's there. The pump fakes, the touch, the craftiness. I watched that MJ. I love Hakeem. It's one of my favorites. I feel like he's really underrated. Dirk, really underrated. Even for the guards, Brandon Roy is one of my favorite guys, so obviously Michael. So, I take a lot of things from a lot of guys and try to, give them my own little touch to it. And, it's just fun to play with the feet, play with the fakes and get guys lifted sometimes.
Jamal, just having dealt with the ball pressure that Phoenix has tried to apply to you the entire series that Minnesota was applying, what do you think was different about Devin's game maybe when you guys decided to pressure him full court this time around?
I think it slows the game down for them a little bit. You know, when they're trying to run and try and get out and create some opportunities in the fast break. And you know, I'm telling all these guys, guard him like how they guard me, man. Please, you know. So I thought they did a great job just denying him and making him turn a little bit here and there. And like I said, it's not always about the wear and tear. You know, he's gonna run by, he's gonna get past it. We're all great basketball players, but you know, when they're starting to play at 15 seconds, 13 seconds. It helps us. It's good for us. So it's kind of like, you know, good in both ways, and we want to stay consistent with that, especially on the road.
Jamal, pregame and at postgame, Malone credited your playmaking both in the last game and in this one. Tonight you got KCP going, you got MPJ going. Was there anything that you've seen from their coverages that have allowed you to get more guys involved as the series has gone on?
No, I kind of base it off the way I'm playing sometimes. You know, when I'm struggling in the first quarter like I did today, you know, I just try to run the offense, make sure everybody's in the right spots, get organized, you know, set other guys up, you know, let other guys make a play, and you know, I'm not trying to force out there. So I pick my spots. I've been doing that my whole career, and I try to put everybody in the right spot. And you know, today everybody played really well off the sets that we ran. So you know, I know the game's going to come. I'm not trying to force, and sometimes that's just what the game calls for, to be honest with you.
Jamal, Malone was saying the other day, he talked to you, earlier today, he talked to you, and it felt like you guys were almost down coming out of Phoenix. So that's the overall feeling, but you really weren't. It was tied 2-all. How did you guys get back on track? Or do you feel like you guys are back on track, and what has to happen in order for you guys to win in Phoenix?
I wouldn't say we get down. It's just, you know, it's a one-possession game as bad as we played. And it's like, you know, sometimes we just lock in for a couple more possessions, despite the refs, despite what everything's going on, you know, if we just lock in for a couple possessions, you know, we got the game. And it's frustrating when we don't play well and we're still right there and we know we can beat the team on the road. And so I think it's just, we're not down on ourselves. We're just disappointed in the way we handle it sometimes. So, you know, obviously we bounced back. We know what we had to do, and we did tonight. Now we got to carry over in Phoenix.
Jamal, did you know Coach Cal was going to be here, and how cool was it that
Yeah.
you guys got the win? You had a big game, and did you get to talk to him at all?
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. He knows what I've been through. He knows my game. He knows what I'm capable of. And I was playing the two. I was even handling the ball like that. So I was teasing him about it. We could have been so much better if I was handling the ball a little bit, you know. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jamal.
Nicola, to to hold them to 102 points. What was the biggest difference defensively in how you guys played tonight?
I think we were the aggressors. In the game, 2 games in Phoenix, they were the one who was pushing out of the plays, out of the spots, big into us and pushing it. Like they were just aggressive. Today, I think we were aggressive. Only the second quarter was kind of little. Only in the second quarter, it was a little like a slump. Is that the word? Thank you, guys. And we were just a little bit slow, like not playing the same way how we played in the first quarter. And the second half, I think we were really good.
Nicola, what did you see from Bruce off the bench tonight? How did he help you guys get this win?
I mean, yes. First of all, he can push the pace. He can defend. He can go downhill. He had 10 free throws. He lead us out with 3 just by going downhill, breaking that first line of defense. He made a couple of shots, I think. Yeah. So he scored 25 points. He was really good today.
Nicola, so explain to me, is this how it works? You give Matt Ishby a basketball and he pays your fine?
Yeah, it was, just to have a little bit of fun at least.
No hard feelings, obviously.
No, of course, yeah. I mean, I don't have nothing against him. If it's anybody else, I will do the same thing. So.
Nicola, you mentioned the slump and playing better in the second half. What was, I think you and Jamal had the first 14 of the third quarter. Just what was it about on the offensive end that sort of got you going after halftime?
I think we opened the half in like 6 to 8 run, isn't it? Something like that. We were just we were up 15 in the first quarter or first whatever half, and then they had the lead in the second quarter, I think. And then in the second half, we came back to playing how we played in the first quarter, and just aggressiveness, helping, being there for a teammate, screening, everything was working good for us in the second half.
Nicola, you guys will have a chance to win the series on Thursday. What have you learned in your time in the NBA about closeout games and what the challenges are with those?
Absolutely nothing, my friend.
Well, let me try that a different way. How big will it be to close out Thursday and not have to come back here for a Game 7, but know you're moving on to the next series? So to get the win.
Yes, I mean, hopefully it's going to be the same way as today, that we're going to be up 20, but probably it's not going to happen, But I think just if we play the way how we play today, we're going to have opportunity, we're going to have a chance, just to be. Especially on the road, just to have an opportunity to win a game. I think that's a lot against a really good team.
What were you and Bruce Brown trying to accomplish over there by the Suns huddle, and what did you think of KD's reaction to that?
I mean, just to see what they're driving, just to see the play. I think that can help us a lot, and I mean that's what I was doing. I mean, of course, it's a reaction. I don't know why Bruce reacted on that, because if he didn't react, we're going to have 2 free throws. And he reacted, so we didn't have free throws. So actually, I'm blaming Bruce.
Nicola in the third, Monty said when they went back to their huddle, he saw it in their faces that they weren't as strong as they usually are. Can you see that across the line as you guys are going on that run? Do you see them kind of crumbling a bit or kind of losing their composure?
No, my friend, I don't pay attention to opponents. I just take it, thinking and taking care of my team. So that's how I play the game.
Nicola, you passed Will Chamberlain tonight for most triple-doubles in the playoff history by a center. Do you enjoy getting a playoff triple-double more than, say, scoring 53 points? Do you enjoy attacking a team that way more?
I mean, to be honest, I just like to win the game, So whatever it takes, I opened the game today, I think, really badly. then I kind of, maybe I was forcing it, maybe something, I don't know. And then I just slow it down, relax, and let the game come to me. It'll come to me, you know, and that happens.
What does it do for you guys with Michael, who starts out so hot? How does that?
I mean, just another guy that I cannot leave it open. You know, he's a great shooter. He's a great player. He actually had a couple off ball movement and easy points. You know, so he was really good today.
Nikola, coach always talks about defending, rebounding, and running. To have 31 fast break points, what does that do for your guys' energy when you're playing and for your offense?
I mean, that helps a lot because we don't need to take, first of all, defending, you know, we don't need to take the ball off the net every time, and that give us opportunity to run and to score easy points. Because I think in the regular season we were really getting fast break points, and I think that those are the ones that kills the opponent, if that makes any sense, you know, the easy baskets, and then brings the energy to us, you know, so those are really big points and big possessions.
Nikola, how important will it be to match the Suns' desperation? Because obviously if they lose, their season's over. So how important will it be for you guys to match that?
I love your questions. Because they're good. It's a must win for them, and we need to have a mentality that it's must win for us. We don't want to come here and to Game 7 and everything happens. So I think we don't need to think about it as a desperation. I think it needs to be playing aggressive, playing exactly how we play today, because I think we didn't play desperate today. I think we played really aggressive and really smart.
What did you think of Christian Brown's steal to the Duncan transition?
It was a good one. You know, yeah, he's a winner. I think that if I can one word to describe him, I'm going to describe him as a winner, because even maybe he played 5, 10, 20, 25, 50, whatever minutes. He always brings the same energies, the same focus, the same disciplines. He's always doing everything what he do. He's doing aggressive, and I think that's what the winner does.